Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. Now this is a GW Tiger P. This is the Tier 8 German SPG and we're located on the north spawn of Redshire. And it's being commanded by Goliath Killer 1. And battle has started and he's not moving. No, he's a late starter. His colleague is moving. Yep, he's off into the trees, into the dip. And Goliath Killer's finally come awake. I think he must have had trouble loading the program, or he was distracted at the last moment. Right, now the GW Tiger P actually has two different guns, a 17 centimeter and a 21 centimeter howitzer. And it looks to me like Goliath Killer is going to try and support the tanks on the east side of the map, but he's changed his mind. It's going after a T-54 lightweight, which is seen in the center. And there's a defender. It's in the village, heading to the riverbank, or heading to the river. Lined up the shot and rounds out. Oh, he got some damage! 133 hit points, 2 critical hits. I suspect that was a splash hit. And he's relocating straight away. Now he's got a 39.69 second reload. This tends to indicate to me he's got the 21 centimeter howitzer. Otherwise he wouldn't be taking so long to reload. Now the GW Tiger P is based on the Porsche version of the candidate for the Tiger tank. Obviously it wasn't accepted by the Third Reich, so instead they went with the other version. And that was a direct hit on the AMX M449, 406 hit points. Very good strike. Yeah, they were going to build use this for the chassis for the Tiger tanks, but in the end they went with the other version, and instead they proposed to use some of the hulls that were left over for Arty, and the others were going to be used for Ferdinand tank destroyers. And a few Ferdinands were built and designed. All that that T-49 just derped the defender, and he's departing now after firing his round, and another T-49's going in to finish the job. And it looks like that poor defender's been assaulted twice and he's left on 2 hit points. Just 2. In the meantime, Goliath Killer got a 118 hit point hit on the M103. And also got some stun assists on the T-49 on the enemy team, who was stunned at the same time. Now he's going after the M103 again. Still got a few seconds before reload starts, finishes. Yep. Looks as if he's going for the M103. Round out. Direct hit right on the front. 357. Good strike. It's always nice when you get a direct hit which is absolute on the money. Now each time he fires he's actually moving further east and getting closer to the action. That will shorten his reaction time, or the shell flight time, to the target, which makes it easier to hit the target, but the problem is also that it puts him in more danger. Now that Batchat is about to be assaulted by 2 tanks and he's losing a lot of hit points. But Goliath Killer's going for the M103 and he stuns him, 128 hit points of damage. And all this stun is actually doing a marvellous job because it's actually slowing down the enemy. It's making it more difficult for them to fight their battle. And the enemy lost that M103, and Goliath Killer picked up the stun assist. And that Batchat has got very low health and he's pulling back. Right, there's an Oho there. He's got about 700 hit points left. Oh, no, check that. He's got about 480 now. And Goliath Killer's going to go for him. Rounds out. Oh, that was beautiful. He actually fired short, but the Oho drove into the line of fire and actually picked up the shell on a direct hit. Now, that Batchat's gone down. So it appears there's only the OHO now on the 9 and the 0 line. A T49 is going up to have a look. So's a Lorraine 40 ton. In the meantime, Goliath Killer's going after this M46 pattern, but there's still a few seconds to go before he's ready. The aim is dialed in perfectly, and well, we lost the T49, and the pattern's moved forward to fire, and he's been killed. So unfortunately that shell was lost, but he's in reload again. Now, the enemy OHO was killed by the Lorraine 40 ton. There's a Ribbler Resay there on the reverse slope of that rise, and he's getting hit. I think he was hit by the Lorraine 40 ton. Oh, and that shell came in from the Batchat 155-58, who's in the bushes still in grid square A2. Well, actually, he's moved out of the bushes. He's actually he's near the rocks. Okay, now Goliath Killer's moving again, moving up. Oh my god, there's a Foch. That's the Foch B, the new French tier 10 tank destroyer, the autoloader. And this is quite dangerous. Although there's a Lorraine 40 ton there, and he's a tier 8 medium. The problem really is that Foch is actually quite powerful. It's got a lot of shots. As I say, it is an autoloader. On that Waffenträger, oh, he fired, and now he's gonna find out the hard way. Once you derp your round and lose, yet you have been effectively disarmed, and that Leopard makes short work of killing that Waffenträger off Panzer IV. Now, going for the Ferdinand. Lining him up, rounds out. Direct hit! Went straight into the Ferdinand, so he's probably depleted it of quite a few hit points. It looks like the Wizzy 120 and the Leopard are both going to go after the Ferdinand. Of course, Ferdinands are quite dangerous tank destroyers. And Goliath Killer's getting further east again. Now, the big worry, of course, is that Foch B. We don't know where he is. Nobody's seen him for a little while, and he is still presumably on the 9 or 0 line. Oh, we just lost the... Well, the enemy just lost the GW Tiger P on their side. And the Ferdinand has just met the Leopard. Oh, and the Ferdinand's been hit. And he's out the game. He was taken out by the Leopard. Okay, now... Oh, Goliath Killer's been spotted! That must mean the Foch B's nearby. He's the only other tank nearby. So Goliath Killer's putting back into cover as quickly as he can. He doesn't want to get hit. Oh, there's the Foch B. Oh, this is difficult. He must be loaded. He fires, he derps it into the rock. Now, can Goliath Killer shotgun the Foch? He can, right. Oh, 271 hit points, but now he's got to dance his way around. You can see where the shell impacted on the side of the Foch B. Now, the trouble is all these rocks are going to obstruct Goliath Killer's ability to keep moving around the Foch, and it's only a matter of time now before the Foch gets him. Oh, he's climbed up the rock. And that's 403 hit points. Ouch. Ouch. That hurt. And the Foch B is moving off, but he's not going to last long, no, because the rest of the team were moving in, and they've taken him out, and that was the last enemy, and that wins the battle. Oh, such a pity that he wasn't able to get that last one, but look at this. This is pretty amazing. He got a second-class tanker in the GW Tiger P, Goliath Killer 1. But he also picked up a spotter medal. He picked up a spotter medal because he spotted the Foch B, and he allowed his team to do at least 1,000 hit points of damage to that Foch B, which means he gets a spotter medal. Normally only seen on light tanks or mediums, but here we've got an Arty getting a spotter medal because he was the first to spot, or not the first to spot, but he spotted for his team and allowed them to do the damage. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 11 in that battle, but sadly, unfortunately, he was not saved, and he lost his fight against the Foch. On team score, well, he came a little way down the table in 5th place with 2,133 hit points of damage, and I'm afraid he didn't get any kills at all, which puts him way down the table near the bottom. But when it came to base XP, he was 2nd with 877. He fired 9 rounds, got 5 direct hits, 5 penetration and 6 splash, which obviously shows that he hit more than one tank at once when he splashed them. He did damage of 2,133 hit points, of which 1,862 were at more than 300 meters. Obviously, the difference is the Foch B, the shotgun he did right into the side of that tank destroyer. He received 2 hits, 2 penetrations, both from the Foch B. He also did 9 hit points of damage to his own team, and that's when he was firing on the 0 line. He hit 6 enemy vehicles, but he didn't get any kills. But he did do damage assistance of 1,108 hit points and stun assistance of 1,134 hit points off 10 stuns. On a standard account, he earned 32,011 credits, and he was fined 380 hit points for 380 credits rather for damaging one of his own teammates or stunning one of his own teammates. And he also received compensation of 200 hit points for damage done to him whilst he was fighting with the Foch B. So total came to 31,831 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply, he was left with 3,231 credits to take away. He received 877 base XP, but it was ×2 for the first victory of the day, and he had a total of 1,754 experience points to take away. So well done there, Goliath Killer 1. So probably a novel experience for you, spotting or getting a spotting medal in an Arty, but I have known other Arty players, most notably I think Mummy of Philo, who actually got a spotting medal, would you believe it, in a Fifi, a 105 Le FH 18B2, a Leffy. He was spotting for his team because he had a better view range than his teammates. So he was up at the front spotting, whilst his teammates were behind him, and they were plugging the enemy full of holes. So well done there to Mummy on that occasion. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay we'll be featuring in our next video.